This is probably a day that everybody loves. It's Monday, September 17th. We're doing 5 sets of 3 repetitions of the clean and jerk. Just fantastic, fantastic movement. And for most human beings walking the planet, this is how you will get the most loading overhead, period. And so it's a 100% heavy day. And for most of us to get the most loading overhead, this will be a squat clean or a full clean, and then it will most likely be a split jerk. There are some people that can power clean more than they can squat clean. That shouldn't be the case. They're usually just still developing as an athlete or need to build their front squat or whatnot, so don't worry, most of us fall into that category for a while until we get comfortable with the movement. But for most people, to get the most load overhead, it's going to involve a squat clean and a split jerk. If you have the flexibility and the mobility to push jerk, by all means do it. It's a more technically challenging, complicated movement. And if you can do it, rock on. But most people, most loading will be the split jerk. Another thing, each one of these is as heavy as you can go, or you can slowly build across all 5 sets of 3 repetitions. But every one of those triples should be challenging. The other classic question we'll get on a day like today is, do they have to be touch and go? Short answer is no. No, they do not. If you have the capacity and touch and go just doesn't make you feel like your shoulders are gonna rip out of the sockets and whatnot, and it's well within your ability to touch and go, have at it. But if you're not one of those people, once you lock that barbell out overhead, by all means drop it, reach down, re-grip, get into a solid lifting position, pull rep number 2, drop it from overhead, and do that one more time for rep number 3, and then rest 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes until you do your next triple. The challenge of moving weight that is a struggle is what gets you strong. It's not necessarily that you did the triple unbroken. So either way is going to accomplish the goal today. There is no super fitness robot time around because everybody's going to lift what they can lift. The scaled option is still 5 sets of 3 repetitions of the clean and jerk. It's just, and every lifter should do this, but if you're a novice, please pay way more attention to the technique. Don't care about the loading. Don't let ego get in your way. Don't pay any attention to what the person next to you is lifting. Just focus on yourself and focus on learning the movement pattern, because that is what you're going to need to do in the long run to clean and jerk more weight. You don't need to yank the bar harder. You need to move better with all movements, but especially with the Olympic lifts if you want to develop any kind of proficiency with it. Accessory work for the day. We've got the barbell out already. Let's keep it out and do 5 sets of 5 to 8 repetitions of the bent over barbell row. One of my favorite moves to put in there. I think it's just great to build that strong back, and it replicates a movement that you just can't argue that you find all over the place, in the real world, and that's what we're training for. So great day, great Monday. See you tomorrow.